Hey everybody, went to a local show yesterday and great show. It was pretty much every booth was comics. There was one or two card guys there, but real nice, like old fashioned, just comic book show. Super fun. Saw a lot of guys there. Been running to them at several different cons and picked up a lot of good stuff. I mentioned how I'm trying to kind of diversify what I'm collecting, and this is kind of my first real attempt at that, and it was super fun. I had a lot of fun, so I think I'll definitely continue along this path. And yeah, let's just show off what I kind of got. So, starting off with this Howard the Duck king size annual number one. Really great shape. I just love these covers that are kind of like Arab inspired with the turbans, and you have a little Sinbad mention over there. And just flipping through it, I really like some of the art, so I think I'll read this one fairly soon. But yeah. Next up, this was my biggest fumble of the con. I definitely thought that this was the original. I didn't know about the Marvel Digital Now logo, but I figured the guy that had it, he does mainly older stuff, so I thought to slip by him. Then I came home and did some research and was disappointed. So I think I got it for a cover price, which, you know, didn't lose out on much. So I'll probably just read it. But yeah. Next, a couple Richie Riches. I've decided to only collect Richie Rich that is square bound. So all the ones I'm picking up. Millions is one of the oldest series, so I figured Millions, Success Stories, Dollars and Cents, and the original series is what I'm gonna stick to for Richie Rich, unless there's like a really cool number one or something like that. So here we have Millions 44, Millions number 6. This is actually really early. Might have some value to it. Millions 47 and Dollars and Cents 42. Love these covers. And then Millions 42. And I think I got all 5 of these for like $10. So pretty good deal. I mentioned how I'm collecting the annuals for Archie. I'm trying to really go after them. So I got this for, I think it was like $2. It's a little beat, but it's really nice reader copy. And I do like reading my books, so happy to have that. Pals and Gals, another run I'm trying to fill in. Nothing too exciting there. This one is pretty cool though. Betty Veronica, number 49, 10 center. Great Harry Lucy cover. I was super happy to find this. I think I got it for $30. And yeah, I read it. It was great. Love his artwork. I think he is one of my favorite artists by far for Archie. There's a little tear here I didn't notice earlier, and a little crease and bend here, but love this book overall. Next up, Betty and Veronica 320. I have been looking for this book for years. It is the one key that the first Archie Care really was thinking about getting, literally years, since before I took a break from collecting even. And I always thought I would kind of run into it somewhere just in the wild or something like that, but this was, I got it for $40. It's in really nice shape. It matches the grade of the other ones I have around it. And it fills in a big hole that was just lingering in my collection because I have almost all the other ones around it. So happy to have this. One of the new avenues that I'm collecting in is crypto covers. So that was a big goal of this con. I actually just learned about this book last week, just searching on eBay. And I was like, oh, that's super cool. And then I ended up seeing it, and the guy gave it to me for $10, which was great. I loved the show growing up, and I love this cover even more because you get Ace, the Bat Hound, Streaky Supercat, and Krypto, and then Kevin, who was his owner in the show. But yeah, super happy to have this. It's in great condition too. Spider Ham, I just figured, you know, it kind of matches the vibe of things I collect. I've wanted to pick it up before it gets too out of sight. I think I got it for $15. It's a really nice shape, and yeah, just a really fun cover. Maybe with next Spider-Verse coming out, it'll pick back up, or if they ever do anything with that. But yeah, I'm just happy to have this minor key. Strange Academy number 1, J. Scott Campbell variant. I'm pretty sure it's a Campbell variant. Just love the cover. It was $4, and yeah, I heard they were talking about making a show. So if that does happen, then, you know, this will be cool to have. If it doesn't, I still love the cover, and the artwork is great. Fury Firestorm number 1. It was number 1, and it was $3, and it was in good shape. I just like the cover. I don't know if I'll read it or not, but it was cool. Spider-Gwen, #1 annual. This is a variant, the ballet variant. I got this for my girlfriend who did ballet for a long time. So that's figured to be a nice gift. Great cover though, big fan. This free comic book day Dragon Ball issue. It's half Dragon Ball, half of a different manga. Don't remember what the other one is when you flip it around. But yeah, love this cover. Really original Dragon Ball, and it was for free. The guy just threw it in with everything else I was getting. Super happy to have that. And then now we get to a bunch of the Krypto covers I was talking about. So here we have Superboy #92. You have not the original Krypto, but a Krypto puppet there. Superman 189. You have Krypto there, naked though. He's without his costume. Superboy 118. This is my favorite one I got. It's in really good shape, and Krypto's like just there in his costume and everything. Superboy 174. You know, it's a reprint of the original story, but it's still a nice cover. Figured I'd get it. Superboy 126. Krypto is not on the cover, but it is the origin of Krypto. And I read it, and it's not the origin of Krypto. It's just talking about his family history and his dad and his grandpa as dogs on Krypton. These Silver Age DC stories are really interesting. I think they're not well written, but they're a lot of fun. So that was fun. Superboy 128 is, you know, Krypto's right there. It's fun. It was in decent shape. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that I got from the con. A lot of fun. Super good time. Was there for a couple hours, met a couple people, talked to them. And I really enjoy this new style of collecting, you know, just picking up things that I really like or find fascinating instead of just going after my usual Archie, Harvey, things like that. So I think it'll continue. And yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching, and tune in next time.